Alright YouTube, doing a little work on both the Caravans today, and this video is titled Why the Overheating Part 2. Part 2. Okay, so the Dodge Caravan. By the way, this is for the 3.3 V6. I did one video on it, and that stopped the overheating and the steam coming out for a little while. But as it is summer and things were getting hot, and my wife sitting in traffic, she realized that it started overheating again on the gauge. So the gauge was going up to hot, ding, 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 you know, kind of freaked her out. I filled it up with fluid again because it looked a little low since my first time filling it up. And then we both went out and it did it to us again. But, and here's something important to realize when diagnosing the overheating on the Caravans here. It didn't smell hot, okay? There was no steam coming out of anywhere. There was no leaks. It was just ding, ding, ding on the gauge. So, and not an incredible amount of fluid was missing either. So my guess in diagnosing this, as a guy who's worked on cars for 30 years, temperature sensor. All right, we've got electronic parts in this thing. I've never replaced the temperature sensor on this vehicle, and this van has 430,000 miles on it. So we're approaching 500,000 miles in the Dodge Caravan here. Odds are it might need a temperature sensor. And as luck would have it, the temperature sensor resides underneath the coil pack here, which I have replaced before. All right, the first thing we're gonna do is remove a couple of screws. We got one bolt for this one in the back here. It's 10 millimeters, by the way. 10 millimeters, or the blue one. I don't know, 10 millimeters. There you go, deep socket. You ready? It's 8 millimeters. All right, now depending on how tight yours is, once you remove this, there's another bolt in the back that's hard to get to. And hopefully it's not too tight on yours. It's not too tight on mine, but to show you, it's right there. See that? This slides in to that nightmare puppy that you have to reach somehow from behind the coil pack. And there's our other bolt for the coil pack right there. Alright, so I'm going to remove this. Oh boy, that sucker's on there. This puppy. So, pry it a little bit. Twist. It comes right off of there. Little twist. That's right. And then you can move this out the way. Like that. Put the cap on it. It shouldn't leak on you. There we go. So it's kind of out of the way, and then you can reach that bolt easier. Back to the 10 millimeter with an extension. Yeah, like that. All right, and something you may want to do is to keep track. Make sure these all go back where they're supposed to. This one goes bottom to top, bottom, middle, top, right? So that's the way to remember if you're going to remove to get this out of the way. That's a good way to do it. All right. So pick it up off the studs here. Like that. Kind of push it back here to get it out the way. And then you have this mouse poop. Look at that. That is a hazard with vehicles too. You get a mouse living in your engine compartment, especially in the winter around here. All right, and do you see it? Do you see the temperature sensor? Look at that. It's right there, right next to the heater hose. Boom. All right, getting the, I got the reservoir out of the way here. Push that puppy up there. Push the coil pack back. Coil pack back. And when dealing with electric parts, it's a good idea to, disconnect your positive battery terminal. And look at the iPhone, good with the shadows here. Now I'm gonna try and release. That's right. Release the thing here. If I can get behind it. Damn. That's just not. This. See that? Damn. See that puppy? Boom. Comes right off. All right, beautiful. Something to keep in mind is to release any pressure that may be in the system by taking your radiator cap off. 3/4 inch is what it's gonna take. All right, and I'm using my handy dandy bent wrench. Squeeze that puppy on there. Lefty loosey. Oh, knocked the camera. I'm gonna release this. There might be a little fluid come out, and there's there's usually rubber sealant on the ends of the threads on these, so it might take a little while to get it to where it's finger tight, and you can remove it. Now it's getting pretty loose. Okay. And remember, if a little fluid comes out, that is perfectly normal. All right. Hey, no fluid came out. Cool. There's the old one. Yeah, right. There's the old one. Like that. All right, YouTube. Here's what I got. I got the Master Pro sensor from. Ooh, look at this. From O'Reilly Auto Parts. That's where I bought this wonderful, beautiful sensor. All right, and here's something important. Mine came with the rubber coating, which is important. If you don't have that, you're gonna need to buy some. Or gasket sealer or something, thread coater to go around that, because you're dealing with pressurized fluids, so that's important. All right, YouTube, here we go. Feeling the place where it goes. Feeling it out, and right there. Just like that. Time to tighten her down. Just like this. Gentle. Don't break your new part. That would not be good. real gentle like. All right, tightened her on up in there as tight as it's gonna get, and lining up the wires again. Make sure that pops on there like that and it won't back off. All right, and if you can see the side here, I'm gonna pop that back into place. All right, so again, giving it a nice tug, and it's on there tight. Everything's good. Time to put it back together. And look, just 2 bolts, like I didn't have a bolt there. I never had a bolt there. So, one-handed, putting her back together. I'll pull this out of the way, reach back in here, grab our handy dandy coil pack, make sure no wires came unplugged back here. All right, now next, put this guy back on, like that. Thread up this one over here, might as well while we're in there, like that. Turn it, there we go. Put this back. That. Slide this puppy down in there. See the slot right there, like that. Find our hand. Don't forget this. Your car won't run right without that. It'll be making all sorts of problems for you. This one here, and it's all back together. Look at that. After we tighten that down, and so yes, back there, that puppy is tightened down. That's tight. And remember, ooh, look at that. Speaking of mice, see that? That is mouse chew on my plug wire. That's not good. And these have to be in the correct order, of course. Pop them on until they click. Like that. That one, and that one. These are all on tight. Tighten that puppy back there. Don't forget that one. 8mm. All right, I'll put back together, and as I'm over here inspecting this, that doesn't look good. So, gonna brush this off. Got me a terminal cleaner here. That's something to keep an eye on. You don't want to be stranded because your battery cables are all nasty. So while I'm in here, yeah, clean that up with one hand. So I'm doing that. Putting that back. And yeah. Brush the corrosion off and put that puppy back on. Sitting in the Shaw garden. No mice were harmed in the making of this video. But the Caravan, we don't drive it a lot in the winter because the heater core is out, and the heater core in this vehicle is that's a job and a half. All right, So we just kind of leave it parked back there, and apparently some mice made a home. So while the mice weren't harmed, they may be homeless. It happens. So if this video was helpful, hey, subscribe, hit that bell button. It's important. I don't know why, but you get an email from me as soon as I release a video. That might be something. And that Chevy Sonic video is coming soon, you guys. All right, it is. You may not like it. Preview. All right. Is it a comedy or tragedy? Coming soon. Thanks again for watching this here video from the Shaw Family Gardens. Appreciate you guys. Thanks for watching. Until next time, this is Russ Shaw. More videos over here. Subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the chicken with the shades. Later.